Good morning. Hello. How are you? Hi, everybody. By everybody, I mean me, V, and Go West, and I am Bongali. How are you? I've got coffee, cold brew, ready to wake up with you. It's just us. Let's just enjoy our day, enjoy our time together. Or not. I mean, you don't have to. So, today, I feel like we're going to spend a lot of time in the Game Maker. There will be a new map coming out soon. I guess we could show everybody. I mean, why not? Why not show everybody? Ooh, will this work? Not from this meeting. Okay. Boom. Wait. Boom. Wait. Boom. So, if you go to the map here, this is what's coming out today. Halfd0rk. So, might be playing this today. We'll see. But I have plenty of stuff to do in Game Maker. I actually have a couple ideas I want to get started on. Get your opinion on. Dude, Ryan's here. What's up, Ryan? DJ EJ, namaste, Baya. How you doing? And yeah, Bongali says 2 maps. Okay. What was the... I guess I didn't notice the other one. We're looking. 24th, 28th. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. I can't really zoom in that well. But it's called Missing Parts. I was there when they were being interviewed. And it's a unique game. So Missing Parts is supposed to be like a dating, kind of like a visual novel-esque type of game where you're, let's just say, exploring the map, but you're also like romantically involved with another character. And it's multiplayer. So that might be fun. Oh wow, we get to play both of the Heroes maps today. Path to Halfd0rk and then Halfd0rk Garrison. So those are the maps that are coming out today. Well, when they're finally released, which will probably be at 9. I can never tell when they actually are released. Yeah, Path to Halfd0rk and Halfd0rk, says Bongali. Hot Chips and Source, what's up, dude? Good morning to you. Woke Zombie, good morning. How are you? Am I already building for a new game jam? DJ, EJ?
Oh,
Great.
hi, Mark.
Great question. Not necessarily. But that's not to say I won't. Like, I could start on a game if I really wanted to. But for now, we're kind of exploring new mechanics and ideas and helping teach, as well as I don't know, more so exploring how to make things work. And Meads is here. How's it going, Meads? Good morning. So, we were talking about yesterday, boss mechanics. And that got me thinking, how could we make up some cool boss mechanics? And I had thrown out a couple suggestions if you were here. And so maybe we can visit some of those. Good morning, Meads. Hope you're having a nice morning, afternoon, and or evening. Hopshits and Source, it's bedtime. Hope you have a great stream. Thanks for saying hello. That's so kind. Hopshits and Source, sleep tight, bro. Or sis. Nick Skull, what's up, dude? I gotta get better about, assuming gender. The year is 2022. I'm not gonna assume your gender. That's not PC, bro. Gummy, Nick Skull. Let's see. So, what I want to do, and we're actually going to open up Vox Edit and have that on the background. We're going to be making some more assets and then kind of bringing them over. I want to make a boss that has an indicator on the ground. So, kind of like an AoE effect. Hey, George is here. What's up, George? Hey, yo. Welcome in. How's your day going? So, let's open up VoxEdit and we can get started with that. So we want camera. We're gonna bring it over to the right side. Nunny. I should do better about organizing this. Where do we put it? Where's it go? Perfect. It's all good. Glad to hear it, George. Alright, so if you guys have ever played an MMO, you'll know what I'm talking about when I talk about indicators. So, let's start a new file. This is going to be specifically indicators. We're making a folder here. Indicators, we'll do indicator 1. And so this is me kind of like daydreaming yesterday of like how we could make this. So this is going to be a lot of trial and error. So I hope you stick around and watch me fail for a while. So we'll start with control node. And on that control node, we will make a new child node. This will be... We'll start with a cone. I feel like a cone will be pretty simple enough. New voxel model. We'll do cone indicator. We're gonna make it rather wide. Like it's actually gonna be very flat. So let's make it a 2 on the y-axis, and then we can go for like 128 by 128. And we're just gonna try and draw as best we can like a cone shape here. And before we continue with this, I hope you guys have downloaded this. It's called, a color palette. We teased it the other day. So an anonymous viewer, whom shall not be named, had shared with us their color palette that they made, and it has 255 colors attached to it. And that file, which you can download from the link I put in chat, which I also showed you the command. So if you keep in mind that command and somebody asks about it, you'd be able to just type that and it would come up with that link. What you can do, let me move my camera, is on the right side of the screen, my other right, you'll click load palette, and then you'll find wherever you saved it, which I put it in my main VoxEdit folder. And you'll open it and check that out, dude. That's so useful. So you'll have all of these colors to work with. We're going to be using a nice shade of red. And so using the line tool now, let's try and make like a triangle shape. And then we can fill it in as we go. Hey, Little Legion, what's up, dude? I'm trying to make some boss mechanics. Because yesterday we were playing through Meta Dungeon. And I was, the whole time, that was like one of my biggest feedbacks. It's like the combat felt like it had, room for improvement. Which we all know how Sandbox combat works. It can be a little bit stale. But good morning, Little Legions here. What's up, dude? And we got Cold Cuts and Cheese. How you doing, bro? I'm already thinking about sandwiches. Thanks, Cold Cuts. So, we could actually just remove this 2. We'll just keep it at 1 for now. Cold Cuts, what's your favorite sandwich? This is a very important question. One thing I wish there was in VoxEdit was like a fill tool. So we have this indicator. And now that we have an indicator, like I would love to fill this area in. And there is a fill tool. So the paint bucket tool, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, and it did. So that's fantastic. Can I go back a step? Okay, I can. And maybe I can fill it in with like a darker color. That actually looks pretty great. So we're going to save this. And we're going to bring it into the animator here. And we'll want to center it. So we also need to adjust the pivot point. And so the pivot point is this tool here, bottom left. Hey guys, I'm no professional. In fact, this is like a stream where you learn with me. It's simultaneous. So the pivot of it is still a little bit off, but we can adjust that here in the animator. Great. So we have our cone. I'd say we just start with that, but I was also going to make other shapes. So you guys see what I'm trying to do, right? So we're basically going to make these shapes that affect the player in some fashion. This is a good starting point. So we'll export to Marketplace. This will be indicator cone. For special moves in the shape of a triangle. Oh, here, I guess I can show you. The shape of a triangle. Behaviors none. This is basically going to be like a notification for the player. We don't need any of this, do we? Not really. I guess we'll do fantasy. Why not? No catalysts. And boom, just like that, it's going to show up in our game maker. However, most of the time, we've found that it's not instant. We have to like come out and in, which is true for this. So we'll save. Little Meads use Illustrator to make basic shapes. Export image, import into Magic Voxel, export the voxel, import it back into VoxEdit, then add depth. Yo, Meads, there's also, yeah, Magic Voxel makes basic shapes too. We made a circle yesterday, or not yesterday, but a couple days ago, and it was so easy with Magic Voxel. Ooh, sharing a tutorial. Cyber Dragon tutorial, nice. Oh yeah, dude. I need to use this more often. I will 100% confirm that I don't use that enough, Meads. So, yeah, I mean, I think during a break or an intermission today, we can even watch this. You know, so I can freshen up, liven up. But we'll have that on standby for now. Brain broke after reading it 3 times. The Legion. Hey, it's too early, Little Legion, that's why. Alright, so let's reload into this map here. But the other shapes we would use is like maybe a rectangle. Definitely a circle, like a flat circle on the ground. We'd also want like a gridded square that kind of like expands outward. Good morning, V's here. What's up, V? So let's see if it showed up in our inventory. Cone. There it is, indicator dash cone. So we can use our troll here to test these new objects. So the idea that we're going to be playing with today is we have this indicator that will appear in front of our troll after a couple needs have been met. The first need is that the player, the avatar, is detected. So when the player is detected, it's going to start like this looping timer until the troll is defeated. And perhaps, maybe, instead of a loop... Well, no, we do want a loop. But now I'm considering, you know, what that means when the player, like, runs away. So is he still going to be dropping this on the ground, even though the player's not in range? So that's something we might have to, like, troubleshoot. Yo, Sparky Stickle, what's up? The Halfd0rk. How are you, Sparky? Good morning. Yeah, for logos and typography, fantastic suggestion, Meads. And those of you that have never tried, honestly, we should try. I have a good, like a good example. And while we're thinking about it, we could probably visit it. But maybe that'll be a little bit later. I want to see how this looks real quick. So we made this triangle here. It's going to pop up on the ground every once in a while. It looks like our axe here is caught on something. Whoops. Oh, okay. I never connected them, I guess. So we have Troll Halberd, Troll, and then lastly, we're gonna want to have like a spawner for our cone here. And we can do that pretty easily. We'll have no collisions on it. And we're gonna duplicate it. And then have the bottom version be invisible, right? Because it's going to basically be the placement. So this will be troll.cone. So we're playing with new boss mechanics. That's the idea. Is the triangle going to be a mine? Yes, Little Legion. That's what we're hoping for. So it's going to be difficult to make this work. Namely because I've never tried something like this. But this is, you know, like something you'll encounter in many, many RPGs, many MMOs. Is like a shape that appears on the ground that if you stay in it after like a brief, you know, like 2 seconds, we'll say, it's going to deal damage to the player. And of course, we'd love to have like some sort of animation there, but that'll come later. And so we're going to give this, you know, real cone, the one that'll damage you, it's going to have a health component. Why not make a missile asset, which are melee enemy, which fire from the monster and self-destruct with damage to the player. So that's a great suggestion. I have made that before, and I don't think that one's going to be as complicated as what we're trying right now. But I have a... What did I name him? I made this guy for my first game. My first game, Runeblade. So he actually has a ranged animation. I made it custom. Hey, good morning, Zumzy's here. What's up, dude? Good morning, Zumzy. So this gentleman is going to attack us from a distance. And we'll test him over in a different corner for now. But he'll have a ranged attack, and we'll visit him later in today's, you know, like trial and error. Hey, Demi, for real. Good morning, Toy. Good morning to you. But for now, we're going to work on this cone here, see what we can do with it. It's not going to be perfect. But our crocodile here, he's going to have a large range. We don't want him to chase us right now. So we'll keep him over here. Something like that. But this guy, I gave a ranged attack. So that's what we'll do with him. Yo, Nervex, good morning to you. Ooh, Little Legion, you're popping out ideas. Shield wall, which spams with collision. Yeah, that'd be fun. So Little Legion, you got me thinking now, like we can have like, you know, spawning obstacles that the player would have to kind of jump over. Okay, so we got our cone. The cone, we want to die after 2 seconds. There'll be a short delay. So every time this cone appears, we want it to like deal damage to us. And so I'm open to suggestions. I feel like I always get this wrong. But you know how, and I know you guys are gonna make fun of me, but I never really got like a pit of spikes to work. So like if you were to fall into a pit, I never really like tested that outside of like the void behavior. And we don't want the void behavior because that like will literally kill us. So I'm looking for like only deals damage. That's the type of component I'm looking for right now. So I think that's going to be a message. You follow? You feel me? Am I making sense? Yeah, I think speaker is what we're looking for. And then if I recall, it's like damage semicolon like 10. Send damage 50. Yeah, Nervix, I think we're on the same page here. I feel like I don't use this often enough. Let me move my camera. Sorry about that. So this is what we're playing with right now. Hey, what's up, Tom Voxel? Good morning. How are you, Tom? Okay, and yeah, that's a good call as well. It doesn't have to be right next to us, Little Legion. So maybe we can have a number pad nearby. We don't have to attach it to our speaker. Instead, what we do want is to make our, cone here, which will be respawning in this placeholder. We do want it to detect us. So we want it to detect entity. We'll have this set up for testing. Player detected. Well, Zumzy, I'm glad that my struggling through new mechanics can help you. And if you have questions, Zumzy, and that goes for anybody out there, that I can maybe help answer, especially when it comes to Game Maker. I love problem solving, troubleshooting, figuring out how things work. That's, part of the fun. So what we're doing now is we're trying to make like an MMO style graphic that appears, and if we're standing in it, it's going to deal damage to us. So that's the idea. And so we want this, I think, only once. I'm going to try only once, but as long as it works, we can move on. But by having it only once, and then making it respawn to tag, or reset. If we have it on respawn to tag, that means this cone is going to just keep going. So I think we want reset, right? This is the part where we're going to be like testing things, I think. For now, we'll set up respawn to tag. And then the tag is going to be this cone here, which we call troll.cone. So that means every time a certain message is sent out, it's going to kill this marker. And then when it's killed, it's respawning at troll.cone. So what message will be sent out? We'll do troll.cone attack. Or troll. Naming conventions aren't as important, but you just need to, name it something that you'll remember. So we'll do cone attack. Why not? We'll do cone.attack. I think we remember that, right? And so when this dies, we can have it send out a message. All right, I'm thinking. Tom Voxel, today I'll have an onboarding meeting. Oh, that's awesome, Tom. Congratulations. Yes, we have also talked with Austin. And we did set up, this claim function with POAP. It is fantastic. Good luck, Tom. I haven't made one in a while. We did one for the green hat giveaway. So we had a POAP, and I think we only made 50. So I'll be coming up with a new reason to make more POAPs, I suppose. Okay, so when the player is detected, when we are within range of this cone, we're not going to send damage yet. We want there to be some reasoning for why the player gets damaged. The player would need to stand in this, right? And I think this is going to be the hard part, to be honest. I'm going to try look at players, see how that feels, actually. So what we'll do... Oh man, this is actually going to get really complicated, isn't it? This is going to get very complicated. Oh no. Okay. And so, whenever you hear me saying, like, combat is bland, this is why. Because it's very, very difficult to make stuff like this, I think. Okay. But we're gonna try our best today. So when the player steps into this first kind of like conal area, it's going to send out troll cone spawn. That's for debugging purposes. That's why we're putting it in there. I'm going to do detect entity. We'll have it short for now, like right up to him. It'll auto hide after 5. When it does, it's going to send out our troll kill or troll.cone attack. And what that'll do is spawn our cone here, because it kills it and then respawns it on our tag. Nice. Lula Love, good morning to you. How are you, fellow egg hunter? Good morning. And so, when that cone appears, we want it to... We'll have it on a very short... No, we'll keep it at 4 for now. I want to see how this works. We'll see how this works right now, as is. He is half man, half dork. What's up, Dizzy? So, Dizzy, have you thought about... Oh, okay. So I think it spawned, but it's underground. Good to note. Good to note. Alright, I'm checking to see if it does damage to me. I don't think it will. So it detects me. It's not sending out that damage message. But Dizzy, good morning to you. How are you? Dizzy, have you thought about what type of character you want to play for Dungeons & Dragons? Which, spilling the beans here, everybody. Game Dizzy will be joining us for our D&D campaign with other Sandbox content creators. Might be fun. What? It's not a secret anymore. Okay, so we got our cone here. It's not damaging us. So I feel like I got the damage wrong. Or I'm missing something. So that'll be our first step. So here's what I'm looking at. If anybody can, correct me, I suppose. We're looking for the damage message. Is it damage maybe .10? Who else is joining? Oh, Game Dizzy. I think I sent that in the Discord message, so you'll know who's in the party. I don't want to reveal too much. Not too many beams on stream. Stream beans. Hey, Bria, good morning, dude. Hi, Eric. How's it going, Eric? If not, I have something to send. Yep. Okay, so you'll see. I sent in Discord messages, so you'll see. Zumsy, did you find the Twitter red and white thingy? Not sure what that is, Zumsy. Is it a space? Ooh, thank you, Woke Zombie. We can try it. Only once it's on? Yeah, only once I was trying, because it's going to be, like, despawning. I don't want the player to, you know, like, get spammed with damage. So what we can do is we can also pull up, like, a tutorial. I know Becky made a great one. So we can go to, like, participate. The additional bootcamp resources. So we can check out, yeah, heal or damage the player with a collectible. Collectible is actually fantastic for our use case. And I think what we'll do, we'll come back to that. So this is the mechanic for damaging yourself. And I can link this video if you guys want to watch it. I probably should. Only broadcasters can damage via that message. Oh, Woke Zombie. That is very important to note. Heal 10. So we had the right message. Oh yes, because it's sending it only to the avatar. Okay, cool. So we can play with that. What am I building? Game Dizzy. I want to make some boss mechanics. So if you've ever played RPGs or MMOs, that's kind of the idea we're going to be playing with today. Okay, so instead of having a speaker, you know, we'll keep the speaker because it's detecting the player, right? This is going to be very complicated. I'm already, like, looking ahead, and I feel like this is way more complicated than, you know, I initially thought on. Huh. So I think there's going to be, like, you know, another message attached that will be our broadcaster. But I'm not going to give up. I don't want to give up on this. I want to make this work, to be honest. We're going to do damage 10. There's going to be a lot of trial and error here. We're going to do avatar. Oh, dude, the broadcast range actually works super well for our use case. Why did I just get so excited over such a nerdy thing? But if we stay in this range, like that, and obviously we can't make the broadcast range a triangle. That would have been nice. But we can make it only kill or touch the avatar. You're my favorite dork. Thanks, dude. The same message can call the damage broadcaster. That's true, Little Legion. Very true. I think the one problem that I'm kind of like avoiding is I don't think I can have a speaker on the same asset talk to the behavior on the same asset. But what we can do is have this little number pad on top of it that we can connect in the hierarchy and then make it invisible. And then that way we'll know ahead of time. Game Dizzy. Excuse me? Excuse me, Game Dizzy? Thank you. Wow. Wow, that's so kind of you. Thank you, Game Dizzy. 5 subs from Game Dizzy. Everyone, please, warm round of applause or cold round of applause for Game Dizzy. Thanks for coming in hot today. I hope you have a great morning yourself.
No way,
No
happened, bro?
way, bro. No way, bro. But big shout out, Game Dizzy. We all know the bear here, but if you don't, make sure you follow him. Thanks, Papa Bear. Okay, so with our damage component, moving on. Cone damage. This is going to be exclusively our message broadcaster. We're going to make it invisible. We're going to remove collisions. And so if the player is within this space, it's supposed to damage us. That's the idea. And our triangle here is going to detect the player. And when it detects the player, it's going to send out the message broadcast. So we want to pick a message for our message broadcaster. Thank you, Game Dizzy. You're too kind, Game Dizzy. Thank you. And so, that being said, when a message is received by the message broadcaster, it's going to be wait for broadcast. The message required is going to be cone. We'll make sure we have the same naming conventions here. Troll.cone.detect or the attack. Either one. I think we want detect. So it's basically like if the player is still within this space after a certain amount of time. Broadcast only once? Yes, we only want it to occur once because this attack is supposed to be respawning every once in a while. And we're also going to kind of make like a hierarchy sandwich here. And this is me thinking ahead. And hopefully you can follow my thought process. Not a lot of people can. But what we want is kind of an anchor for our spawning triangle here so that we can respawn our triangle elsewhere. So it's not always on the ground because we've set up a health component with it to where when a message is sent, this particular triangle will be spawning, in this location. But that also means like we can't get rid of it. So that's why we would add an anchor to kind of like spawn it elsewhere. So that's kind of like the idea we're playing with. I hope that makes sense. It barely makes sense to me. So we'll use this number pad here, and then we're going to place it underground. And we'll have cone anchor. Specifically troll cone anchor.
Savor the misery.
Jippawa, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. Game Dizzy, Touche has hinted at a new Game Maker update. He has hinted at it. So, we're looking forward to it. Game Dizzy, you have you've really helped, a lot of people avoid frustration when it came to like searching for games. So thank you, Game Dizzy. Which, by the way, I should make like a command for that. I did make a command for this Unity doc. Let me actually set that up. And Tom Voxel is also a part of this. Game Dizzy created the backend. Tom Voxel enhanced the user interface, but this is a Game Dizzy design. So it's what? The genie? The Game Dizzy genie. But I'm actually going to make a command real quick for that. And so then you guys in chat would be able to just type in !genie. Let's see how fast it takes me. Just start counting to yourself, please. Command add genie Game Dizzy action, and it's gonna be genie select. Okay, just like that, we should be good to go. Did you guys count? How long did that take me? 10 seconds? Tom Voxel, also no Game Maker or Mac. I was expecting it with Alpha Client for Mac. Dude, Tom, that's true. I had a friend that I was telling I made a game, but you can only play it in the Game Maker. And so they were like, oh yeah, I'd love to play it, but I'm on Mac only. and it's like, oh, I guess Game Maker's not available yet for you. Game Dizzy, have I always had the keyboard visualizer? I mean, I've had this one for a couple weeks now. It really helps, I think, visualize key bindings, because I think key bindings are incredibly important when it comes to learning software. So you can see what buttons I'm pushing, and I have U, I, and O and P, because those are the main buttons for Game Maker. But yeah, had that going on for a while. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Trying to select our good number pad friend here. There it is, Troll Cone Anchor, and then we're going to be setting it up so you can see it. Troll Cone Anchor is going to be the new anchor for our cone here. Ooh, does that dashboard... Oh, great. So that's awesome. So I wasn't sure if that was using Tom Voxel's UI, but yes it is. And the UI looks so clean. Thank you, Dizzy. I can update that real quick. And we'll throw in a bear emote for good measure. Okay, so moving on. Our Troll Cone Anchor. We want this number pad to be visible because it's appearing underground. The player isn't going to see it. However, it does need a health component because it is going to also be respawning at a tag. My brain's hurting right now. No, we want it to reset. We'll just have it reset. That way we can test it. So it's going to reset after 1 second after troll.cone.attack finish. Attack. Oh, okay. We can just have it reset after using the same message, but it'll have like a 3-second delay. So that means the attack itself goes off after 2 seconds, but then this will reset it after 3 seconds. So it won't be, lingering. Guys, don't worry about it. After I finally get it to work, we could talk about it. Huh. This says it's invisible. How come we can see it? Oh, there we go. That was weird. There's a little bug there. Tom, we love your emotes. Honestly, it's funny, Tom. You're the only one with like voxel emotes, and so they're perfect. Just copy, don't click it. It's a redirect. Copy, don't click. All right. Uno momento, por favor. There we go. Okay, so all of that being said, we have a triangle that detects the player. When it detects the player, it's going to be sending that message broadcast. So we need to decide, that's our next step. We're deciding on what message activates our broadcaster. Great. So the message required, we already typed in, was troll. Here, you can't even see it. Over here. On the right side of the screen. Troll.cone.detect. We want there to be a short delay. We'll keep it at 2. We'll probably have to revisit that. We do want to keep this range in place. It's only going to be damaging specific tags. We don't want it to be visible. We don't want this message broadcaster to be visible. And so when the player is detected in this cone, it's going to be sending the message to our number pad here. So the message was going to be troll.detect. I'm just going to play it. It's probably not going to work. We'll see. It worked. It actually worked. But the triangle here is staying. We don't want it to stay. I do like how it's kind of following us. And because we had it only once, okay, it's doing it again. Does it damage us? No. Interesting. Yeah, Game Disney, we put the cat in a playpen. Okay, so we're making progress. You didn't come to my stream thinking progress was going to be made. I only promised you struggles. But now you get progress. So we want this message broadcaster to be kind of resetting. So one thing that I think we'll be testing today, as well as this triangle, is when there's a broadcast only once, I'm curious if destroying it or resetting it resets this only once. What do you guys think? So we're going to have the troll.attack also be resetting after, we'll say, 3 seconds. And so when these die, we can actually send out a new message to our anchor. So this will be troll.cone anchor, which we already decided was this number pad underground. .cone .anchor. So we can have everything kind of connect to each other. What kind of character can you be? You can be anyone. Anything, Game Dizzy. Game Dizzy, let me actually send you a link, and you can poke around at this. And I can't display this like on stream, because this link, because I don't want to go into detail, might have official content for free. I'm not saying the word pirate, but Yarhar matey might have that type of stuff. But this website I use so much, Dizzy. So much. And I've been playing D&D like weekly for about 4 years now. So I'll send you the message over on Discord. Hey! Maddox is here. What's up, dude? Good morning. Half pirate. A pirate site for me. Dude, Maddox, that's clever. Maddox, that's too clever. That's too clever. How are you, Maddox? Alright, so we got our number pad. Everything seems to be working there. Our cone attack. We need it to be removing itself after a short delay. And so we've attached it to this anchor. The anchor is going to be resetting. But I think instead of reset, we're going to want it to respawn at a different location. So this will be troll.cone.respawn for now. And then we're going to place kind of a respawn location over on a different part of the map just for testing. So it doesn't need any behavior or component. All it is troll.cone.respawn as a tag. I use dots instead of spaces in my tags because it allows me to kind of like read it visually. And there's a chance that having a space and then not having that space in a message that connects to it, like that can break things, as in like it won't communicate. So having those dots allows me to just kind of have a consistent naming convention. DJ EJ, you have a new idea. Ooh, tell me more, DJ EJ. Tell me more. You can whisper it to me, DJJ, if you don't want to share it. Awesome, new folks. Yeah, dude. Maddox jumped into the deep end of the sand fam. And we're welcoming everyone with open arms here. That's for sure. Nice, Bengali. Hype, 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 hype. So, it's about the middle of our stream. Guess what, everybody? We're going to do a giveaway in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. There's going to be like a code word that flashes up on screen. Let me set that up real quick. I'll give you a chance to input it now, just because you're getting the heads up. This is a very tricky code word. I hope you can see the secret word. Secret word's actually very hard to read. But in 12 minutes, we're gonna be rolling it. Yo, Rock. Good morning, Rock. How's it going?
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
So the giveaway, I'll flash that code word up on screen a couple times before, you know, the 11 minutes is up. But this is going to be for Creator Coin. If you don't know what a Creator Coin is, well, too bad. You don't get to know. Just kidding. Creator Coins will allow you to put in a meme on our stream, such as Rock's. Lulu Love bought that for Rock using one of her Creator Coins.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But Rox is forever a part of our stream. So anyone here, and this is something I'm setting up, still working out, is anyone can use that command. So the rock command, !rock, anyone can use it, but you can only use it once per stream. You specifically can use it once per stream. So if you guys wanted to, I encourage it. You could do like a domino effect of everyone using it, you know, once. Boom, boom, boom. But we'll see.
If you smell
There you go.
what the rock is cooking.
But you can thank Lula Love for that one. We also have one for Mr. Winning, and we have one for King. Both of them used.
Choice to win, and you win.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, winning.
Boom. Nervex.
Smell what the rock.
I'm gonna regret telling you guys about this, aren't I? Game Dizzy with the bits. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the biddies.
Hacker man.
If you smell
What's up?
is cooking.
I think we're all jealous of Touche's energy when it comes to biddies.
You know, you make a choice to win, and you win. I'm sorry, winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? Game Dizzy, we don't have a Creator Coin specific one for you yet, but we do have channel points for you.
No way, bro. No way, bro. It happened, bro.
Get one for Game Dizzy. Hey, the no way, bro. That's a perfect choice.
You may be worthy of that. Do not prove me wrong.
Thanks, Game Dizzy. Game Dizzy with the biddies. Wonder why Stream Elements took a while for that
You
one.
know, you make a choice to win, and you win.
No way, bro. No way, bro.
All right,
Happened, bro.
you guys enjoy. I'm gonna try and work out my problems, really. So we set up our respawn location. So it's going to respawn our anchor. So if you remember, I made an anchor and I made a cone.
No way.
Hey.
What happened, bro?
As long as you guys are having fun, we're all having fun. And so, yeah, the anchor is going to have that hierarchy to where it respawns at a different location, but it's going to be bringing this red triangle with it. But we also have the red triangle respawning in its own location. So the red triangle will spawn here. But the anchor allows us to respawn at a different location when we're done with it. So that's the idea. That's what we're playing with right now. Whether or not it works, well, we'll find out. But the anchor itself we want it to die after 3 seconds. When it dies, it's respawning. And finally, we can have maybe like one of these other components here also send out, you know, a tag or a kill command to our anchor specifically. So the troll cone anchor, for example, maybe it has its own kill word. So instead of tying it all to the attack message, we can do troll.cone.respawn. So this is the message that's going to go out or is received by this anchor. And yeah, I'll just check, make sure this has troll.cone.anchor. And so when this particular message component is sent out, it's sending a new message to our respawn. This might look a little bit convoluted, and it really is. It honestly is. Variety Andy, glad to see someone streaming the dev tools. Glad to show off how dumb I mean, how much experience I've learned. But welcome to my stream, Variety Andy. If you have any questions, let me know. Long story short, I've made 2 games, which I also set up this command. Fungus Among Us. So if you want to play one of my games, this is a recent addition to my portfolio. Fungus Among Us is a game where you can collect the funguis. So the funguis, if you didn't know, is a group of assets that Touche, a fellow streamer and content creator, had made. And so he created a game jam. And so if you don't know what a game jam is, it's a competition where game developers such as myself throw together a game using a specific genre or assets. And so for this game jam in particular, we use the funguis. And so they're these little mushroom people. And so I built a game with those assets. And so if you want to check out my game, you can play it in the user submitted content of the game maker. Huh. So, okay, there's our cone. Our cone spawned. If we stand in the cone, am I going to take damage? It's not doing what I want it to. But you guys can see what I'm trying to do, right? So the idea is, yeah, we get close to the troll. It spawns our cone. The cone sticks around. So I think the problem we're having now is the broadcast only once. I do think that was causing us to fail there. You need to do a speaker. We have the message broadcast. Message broadcaster is supposed to do damage. Yes. So I basically have several components here. Dude, Variety Andy, I think that will eventually, you know, it'll take some time. I think the community at large just does not trust crypto. But those of us in the space, like, we're beginning to understand, you know, like Web3 and how, you know, crypto interacts with each other from a gaming perspective. And so people just don't trust it right now. But welcome. I hope, you know, you can help spread the good word. So we're having some issues with our cone, but it looks to work after the first initial setup. So it spawns the cone after a brief delay. If we wait in the cone, the idea is it's supposed to damage us. So it's spawning the cone. I have those messages on the ground for testing purposes. But we're not getting damaged at the moment. We did get damaged not too long ago. Hacker man.
Hacker man, king of crypto.
Hey, King's here. What up, dude? Good morning. How are you? So King has a creator coin emote. And King, I let loose the beans that everyone can use your emote once. So each one of you can use the King emote
Hacker man.
once.
Hacker man, king of crypto.
So use it sparingly per stream. Loving it. Halfd0rk, you missed your channel points. What did I miss?
Hacker man, king of crypto.
What'd you do? You bought a creator coin. How did I miss that?
Choice to win, and you win. I'm sorry, winning.
Thank you, Game Dizzy. Well, let me write your name down then. 10K points spent by Dizzy.
Hacker man. Hacker man. King
Hacker.
of crypto.
It was harsh. Game Dizzy, thank you for reminding me. I actually did miss that, so thank you. But I added you to the list. Also, we're going to be doing a giveaway for another creator coin in 2 minutes. I can't point the right direction. It's mirrored. Right there. Nice. Okay. So our message broadcaster here.
Looking good.
It's not quite working the way we want it to. Variety Andy with the follow. Thanks, bro. Enjoy your stay. Have you been enjoying the alpha, Variety Andy? Mystical Meows is here. Meow. How you doing, Mystical Meows? When I read your name, all I want to do is meow. It's a problem.
Choice to win, and you win. I'm sorry, winning.
The new experience is open. So everybody, if you want to play the 2 games that came out today, let me just pull them up on screen. Pull up the map. You can go to sandbox.game, and then on the left side of the screen, you'll click the alpha map. On this first tab, the play tab, you'll see the map of games. I haven't reloaded the page, but these are the 2 that came out today. We'll try reloading. Save the work, Zumzy, thank you. Halfd0rk, yes, they're available to play. Today, I don't think I'll be playing them. I think other streamers will, us certainly be playing them, so please do support other streamers. We have a couple of them in chat. You know who you are. Feel free to, announce yourself as a streamer. Would love if you announced yourself as a streamer. Like, hey, I stream. Come visit me. Because we got a few. We have Game Dizzy, King of Crypto, Tom Voxel, DJ EJ, Rock808. I know a couple of you are also, setting things up. Like Maddox. I know Maddox wants to stream. Bria also streams once in a while. Yeah, Rock808 is a consistent streamer in the space. Please do check out Rock808's stream. You can smell what he's cooking on his stream. Alright, giveaway time. I'm going to put the secret code word on screen. You have a couple seconds to input it. Secret code word. It's flashing on screen somewhere. And Variety Andy, you haven't played the alpha much. Was trying to figure out how you earn in the game, or do you earn raffle tickets? So Variety Andy, in the future, play to earn mechanics will be a lot more visible, very apparent. For now, the play to earn mechanic is those raffle tickets. So by playing the game, you're doing quests, completing quests. Every quest you complete earns you a raffle ticket. At the end of the alpha, they're going to be pulling from these, tickets, and there's 10,000 passes total. They'll probably give away half of those. So like 5,000 people who have at least played in the alpha will win one of the passes. The passes themselves give you the sand. And the pass itself is an NFT, so it's worth money. So that, right now, is how you can earn cryptocurrency in the space. Taran Slayer, good morning to you. Angie's here. Hi, Angie. Crypto Monete, good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Winning. Hi there. The Halfd0rk. Ooh, King of Crypto. That sounds like my antagonistic self. Two avatars, one doing Gongam and the other doing the eat. Well, Game Dizzy, thanks for breaking that down. Alright, giveaways being rolled. Congratulations to Cold Cuts and Cheese. Cold Cuts and Cheese has won the giveaway. You just got yourself a creator coin.
Choice to win, and you win.
He's
I'm
winning.
sorry.
They are winning. The sandwich themselves. Congratulations, Cold Cuts. So everyone who's won in the last couple days, I have a list of your names. I'll be sending out some whispers after the stream is over. I'll be getting your Matic wallet address, or you can tell me what your favorite meme is, and I can add it to the stream using channel points. People can play them, interrupt my workflow.
No, God! No, God!
Hype!
No, no!
Well, congratulations, Cold Cuts. Thank you so much. And it's worth mentioning, if you have 5 creator coins, so you're hoarding them, I am going to be making 1 out of 1 NFTs. I have a couple that I will be making for... Well, yeah, I don't want to spill too many beans, but I have a couple of friends that will be getting a freebie. That's all. But everybody else, you're going to have to pay with my coins. And in the future, we're going to be using creator coins for, like, entrance into very special giveaways. And it might be like a way to buy yourself into maybe like a beta test or something. Nope, you need a creator coin to get in, sorry. But thank you so much, everyone. That's the only giveaway we're doing today, and it goes to Cold Cuts and Cheese. Congratulations. The Thrall, the full dork, says Zemzy. Dude, Thrall is my role model. Thrall's actually a very good protagonist. We're talking Thrall from World of Warcraft. He's like... the joke is he's Orc Jesus. Happy St. Patty's. Yo, King, what day is St. Patty's? I always forget. We'll have a St. Patty's party at King of Cryptos. Which, by the way, King of Crypto is going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons with us. So, that bean is out. Okay, so let's play through it again, see what's breaking. So the cone spawns after a short delay. We're not in the range of it, I think. But after a short delay, we saw it on the ground. We actually saw it. The detect component needs to reset it. So if you see this debugging message I put on the ground, which is great for things like this. So if you use the message component, I highly recommend you add a message like that into the dialog to test. Okay, so it spawns the triangle on the ground, but it's currently not doing damage to us. And it doesn't appear to be despawning after the second time. So it's not despawning and it's not damaging us right now. So we're going to be looking at that. It's today? It's today! Everybody's like, come on, Halfd0rk, today! Well, happy St. Patty's Day. I'm sorry I'm not Irish. I don't celebrate it. But now I have an excuse to drink tonight. Let's go. It's your dog's birthday. Well, happy birthday to the pupper, Mr. Winning. Dude, speaking of puppers, this is crazy that I'm mentioning this, but my brother and I guess my parents, so it was a joint operation, they've adopted another dog. My parents have 5 dogs, and my brother just got a dog. Yesterday. Literally yesterday, they adopted another dog. There are 6 dogs in the house. I'm a cat person. I am a cat person. Meow. So, our reset here is not quite working the way we want it to. So, we're gonna set it up, I think, differently. So the respawn, I currently have it set to reset, and I think it's not communicating properly. But it was also sending out that troll.cone respawn, so I think we'll attach that to this like giant triangle rather than the message above it. And again, everybody, we're kind of like testing things. This I can't tell you right now that I know what I'm doing. Because we're testing like new mechanics and stuff. So, when this cone dies, we're going to send out the respawn command. And that respawn command goes to the anchor. Troll.cone.anchor. So I'm basically moving. See, Mystical Meows gets me. Like, we're on the same page, Mystical Meows. Your wifey's Irish, King of Crypto. I meant no offense. I meant no offense, King. Well, I'm sure you guys will celebrate, King of Crypto. Maddox asks, can you drink the beer at the same color? I want to, Maddox. I don't know if I have one available at, the grocery store near me. Dog person for life, Nick Skull? Ooh. We can still be friends, Nick Skull. It's okay. Oh, you lost your big dog last week, Mr. Winning. Gonna come home with one? Yeah, Mr. Winning, it'll be a surprise. But when you have a puppy, the puppy that my parents picked up whined all last night. I sleep with earbuds in, so I didn't hear it. But I knew it was happening. Alright, so all of this set up, we can finally remove the health component from this message broadcaster. So that, I think, was part of what was breaking. So we basically put that same kind of respawn mechanic. Ooh, it already detected me, but that's okay. That's a good thing, because it did damage me just now. So we want our troll to attack us. It's going to spawn the cone under us. Uh-oh. It disappeared. Where's the cone? The cone's over there now. So we'll wait for that to reset. So it's supposed to spawn the cone with that message. It did. Okay. And when we're inside the cone, it's supposed to damage us. That's the idea. And then finally, the last part of that puzzle is the cone will respawn over on the other side of the map. So it's going to remove itself. So a couple things broke there. So we're going to keep looking at it, keep tweaking it. But you guys get the idea now. Chelios10, good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining us today. Add blue food coloring, says Maddox. Maddox, have you celebrated St. Paddy's Day before? Zumzy, I don't eat elves or cats. I'm sure it tastes like chicken, though. I'm half-dork, half-orc, so... Nervix, if I don't drink, I don't celebrate it? True. Maybe I can have a non-alcoholic beer. Dude, hype. Thanks for joining me today. A lot of friends in chat. Thanks so much. Don't forget, there are 2 maps that you can play today. And just as a reminder, for those of you new to the Sandbox, I can show you how to set that up. So if you go onto sandbox.game, you'll want to go to the Alpha tab. And to play the new content that just came out today, which is these 2 maps, you would click them once you're logged into the Alpha. The Alpha is its own software. So when you're logged into the Alpha, you'll be able to interact with this map, and you can click play down here at the bottom. I think clicking play will actually open the Alpha for me. I don't want to click it because it's going to lag my game making. I've found that after I open both Game Maker and Alpha, my computer's like, it takes a moment. That's all. That's all. Plenty of green ways to celebrate. Fantastic, Mr. Winning. I probably should be wearing green right now, shouldn't I? I'll pinch myself for good measure. Pistachio pudding, Sparky. That sounds delicious. Please enjoy. Corned beef and cabbage. Now we're celebrating, Ryan. Now we're celebrating. King Crypto, every day is a spa day, if you ask me. Okay, so moving on. We have our cone here. The cone was respawning, but after the first time, it was actually kind of glitching. It wasn't killing itself. We need it to kill itself. I think the delay was timer might have been off. We'll try, instead of -2, which is like a way to do instant. That's why I had -2. So instead, we'll try a death delay of 4. So when it receives the death message, troll.cone.respawn, after 4 seconds, it's going to respawn at this tag. We already set that up over here. So this is our little number pad. That all it has is the tag troll.cone.respawn. And so for debugging purposes, we're just trying to set that up to where after we're detected by our troll, it spawns the cone. The cone will deal damage to us. After 4 seconds, the cone will go back to its respawn location away from us. And so that means every time we get in range of the troll, it's spawning it in front of us, like this. So that's the idea we're playing with. So far, we're actually making progress, which, not gonna lie, I'm very surprised. I'm making progress. A lot of trial and error today. So, yeah, we just adjusted the timer. Let's see how it interacts. So we walk up to our troll, standing in front of him. We get this message. We're waiting to be damaged. It didn't damage us that time. So let's try it again. But we weren't damaged. I wonder if parrying prevents it. So right now he's hitting me, but that's different. So it looks like the message broadcast isn't quite working. Also, the second time this cone spawns, it's not respawning elsewhere. And I think I know why that is. I do think I know why. Okay, that's a good sign. But if you look over here, it looks like our anchor has already kind of reset to this location. So it's not taking the cone with it because it's not moving anymore. You follow me? So our triangle is spawning, but it's not removing itself. That's what the anchor was for. So we have it spawn, but now we need it to like remove itself again. So after the first time, it's basically not removing itself. That's the current problem. That's what we're troubleshooting right now. And if anybody has suggestions, would love to hear them. I'm no expert. I'm more of a novice or an amateur. I'm a half expert. Half dork, half expert. Yeah, Mr. Winning, I think that's part of the fun, is learning how, these mechanics work and how they interact. So, what can we do about that? It's a very good question. So I'm going to try some weird stuff. First thing I'm going to do is move this all the way to the bottom of the map. Oh, I even made this like little cubby hole for like future stuff. We'll even make it a little bit bigger. So I'm just making some space for our anchor here. And then I kind of want to try this. Our respawner is going to be a platform. So that's going to make the respawner move throughout this map section here. I'll even set it up to where it's like extra large. Some extra large respawning. And so when it moves, every time that message to respawn the triangle goes out, it'll be in a different location. So at least our cone won't, just stay in one space.
What the rock is cooking.
One of very few. Mr. Winning, we're early. It's not too late for you too to be an expert. But thank you. I can smell what rock's cooking. It smells good. So we're going to have the platform here. We'll have it wait 1 second. But we want it to move across the map. Like, how far is too far? We'll go the other direction. Try -50. So it's going to move across the map. Let's try -75. Perfect. So the entire width of the map.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, winning? So it's spawning our cone after a brief delay. Currently, it's not damaging us, so that's another thing we gotta troubleshoot. But it did, the first time, remove the cone. That's important to note. That's what we want. However, after the second time, we need to see if it removes the cone. So that's the new troubleshoot. So we've spawned it. It's not doing damage to us. That's another thing we have to fix. And you can see now it's moved the cone. However, the cone is still kind of visible. So that's a new problem. But it did move it. So that's, a step in the right direction. So it spawns the cone. The cone's supposed to do damage to us. And then the cone's removed, but we can see it there in the cat playpen. But it is a step in the right direction. Kitty cat. So we have this ball here that's supposed to have a health component. The cat's supposed to be chasing it. I don't know why that's not working. You are an expert, so you gotta be a better expert. We're all experts here, Mr. Winning. Okay. Smells of rich mahogany. So we have now our cone. Our message broadcaster is currently attached to our cone here. So that means everything that affects the message broadcaster is because it's affecting the cone. We're gonna up the range of it. It's detecting us. So when we're detected, which is this cone itself, it's saying player detected. And we want, what else? What else do we want? We need troll.cone.detect going out. Like we had it working once before. So when troll.cone.detect is received, we're adjusting, the delay, the timers and such. And it's supposed to damage us. I'm going to make it visible for now. So it wasn't damaging us before. Maybe it's not respawning properly. So for debugging, we're checking this out. So we see the message broadcaster there. And it's receiving the message of detection. So it spawns. We can see the message. It did damage that time. And the triangle is not here anymore. That's actually exactly what we want. However, the triangle itself, we can see it all the way over there. And that's because of our platform mechanic. So it's spawning the triangle. Despawning the triangle. Okay, it did damage to us. However, there needs to be a better delay there. So it spawns triangle as we get close. Triangle deals damage to us as soon as it appears. We don't want it to do that. And then after a delay, it removes itself. We're making progress, guys. We're making progress. Okay. So now that we're doing damage to ourselves, we can adjust some of these timers a little more. Let's do a delay of 2. We want to reduce the broadcast range by a little bit. 808 ppm on the dot. Mr. Winning, you're a chemist. A chemist. our message broadcaster, we can remove the visible. What else? We want it to... I like the whole pointing at us part. I don't think we need it to point at us, to be honest, because that's what this is doing. This was one of the first things we set up, was the first, like, spawning point. And so we actually used the shape because we attached it to our troll here. So wherever he's facing, that's where it's going to spawn anyway. So we don't even need it to kind of like point at us. I don't know if you saw it, how it was pointing at us, but that's part of the speaker component. And so the speaker component, we want to adjust the timing of. We don't need it to look at us. Oh, let me update that. Zumzy, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Zumzy. So we can update it. I generally had that link, you know, expire after a certain amount of time. I don't think we're getting attacked by bots right now. So for now, I'll make a permanent link. I'll regret it later. So for Discord, we'll make a new command. Oh, I think I have it in Nightbot, actually. But I promise you, one day we're going to be attacked by bots. It's happened to me before in the past, when I used to stream on a different account. But yeah, sometimes, you know, there's just bad people in the world. I think everybody knows about that. The bad people. The antagonists. Okay, great. We've updated the Discord link. So if you guys would like to join my Discord, I freely invite you. For now, there's not a lot of not a lot going on with our Discord, but it's a good way to keep in touch as well as get announcements for when the stream's live. Has more climbing, Sparky. Isn't that your favorite part, Sparky Snickle? Yay, bot wars, Maddox. Ugh, it's not as fun as it sounds. Keep saying it. You are a bot. Mr. Winning, you're admitting. My man Dork, what's cracking? Not much. Back with D. How you doing, man? We're playing around in the Game Maker. And we're trying to, like, back with D, do you like MMOs? We're basically trying to make like an AoE, like a cone, like this one, which if I get close to it, it damages me. But, like if we get close to our troll here, it's going to be spawning the cone, and if we're inside of the cone, it's supposed to damage us. So that's the mechanic we're trying to make, and it's a lot harder than it looks. It really is. But that's like part of the fun, is like figuring out how we can make that work. There's a parkour race. Awesome, Sparky. And yeah, it's a multiplayer map, so. Today, I wasn't really in the mood for alpha. I'm a beta male. You know what I mean? Or a sigma male. I guess I could be a sigma male. But yeah, today we're not hopping into the alpha. We're just going to try and work on some new mechanics. The chill spot, King. If you say so. If King says so, then it must be. Okay, so it dealt damage to me that time because we were inside of it. We need a little bit more timing so the player can like leave the space. So it's spawning the cone. Cone immediately deals damage to me. So we don't want that. So there's like some timing. All right, dance break. Okay, dance break over. So we're going to adjust some timing because it was doing it too fast. So the troll.cone.attack is what's spawning this red triangle here. And that spawn happens because of this health component. So we just need to adjust the timing of the respawn. So we're going to try 1 death delay. And after we try 1, we might go even lower, like 0 or negative numbers. Tried internet dating, but never got any bites. Mr. Woody, that's a good one. That's a good pun. Dorkbot has puns. Dorkbot, pun. Dorkbot, pun. Good bot. Good Dorkbot. Pun. Okay, too many puns. Yes, Sparky. We gotta share the love. Stay caught up. Even if you fall behind, you'll never catch up. Sparky, do you want to stream sometime? I hope you stream, Sparky. We need more ladies in the stream space. As Joe has ungracefully pointed out, there's too many bearded men that are playing Sandbox. Bongali, Dorkbot only obeys me. Dorkbot, pun. Pun, Dorkbot, pun! Dorkbot sometimes plays hard to get. Okay, Dorkbot is taking a break. It's fine. Yes, we'd love to see Sparky stream. Camping is intense. Thank you, Dorkbot, for your words of wisdom. Just act Sanzeus. Sparky! How is Sandhelm going? Lula Love, aren't you a part of that team? You are a part of that team. What am I talking about? I know these facts. These beans. I know these beans. Which, by the way, I may have invited Vpire and Lucas to play Dungeons & Dragons. So Sandhelm and I might be getting closer. We would love to support you, Sparky, if you do decide streaming. And if I can help you set things up, please just reach out. Sandhelm is great. Lula and Sparky together, co-stream, collab? That would be amazing, Lula. Please. Lula, Sparky stream, let's go. You guys are like the opposite of bearded men. We need you. The opposite of bearded men, what? Okay, moving on. So, our damage component, everything I recall was working, at least with our damage. We did adjust the timing. Let's test it. So when we approach, the cone spawns. If we stand in the cone, it dealt damage to us. And then the cone's supposed to despawn. So we'll adjust the timer for that. So the cone spawns wherever we're facing. However, it didn't deal damage that time. So we gotta leave his perimeter. It's going to create that spawn. It dealt... I don't think it dealt damage. But, like, the mechanic is there. Like, we can see it's working. The damage broadcaster is not consistent, though. So that's the one thing that we need to improve on. Is the damage broadcaster. Oh, it did it that... Like, it worked that time. It worked that time. And then the other thing we need to improve on is the despawn mechanic. So the despawn mechanic is how, you know, this is not attached to him at the moment. So I have some ideas of how to fix that. So we're going to be playing with several ideas. Trying to get that to work. So I think the best way we can hide it right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Is going to be attaching another anchor, another respawn location. This is getting a little bit convoluted. Just a little bit. So basically, I'm going to have a respawn location for our respawn location. When will it end? So it's going to be tag of troll.cone.respawn.2. And so every 10 seconds, every 10 seconds, because that leaves room for error, our number pad here is going to destroy itself. So every 10 seconds, it's going to respawn at troll.cone.respawn.2. So this is the second respawn. And we've already added a tag on this one, troll.cone.respawn. So just to double check, we want the cone, troll.cone.respawn.2. So every 10 seconds, our respawner is going to be respawning. Our respawner will respawn at the second respawn. Oh no. But then what if our second respawn needs a respawn? Oh wait. This, the second respawn will also have a platform mechanic, so it'll go up and down. I'm a genius. Perfect-ish. Respawnception. Oh, Sparky, that's a good call. Sparky, you might be able to use the alpha map to confirm those things. So if we look at the alpha map again, you can see, like when you click on any of these boxes, it'll say like quest completed. So maybe like, for example, Sparky, if you take a break, you'll refresh this map and it will tell you, you know, like, oh, you've done, you know, 2 out of 3. So maybe that's a solution for you, Sparky Snickle. Let me know. Respawnception. Let's see if that worked. There's no way that works. There's no way. I'm doubting my abilities. Okay. We need to adjust the timer of it. But it's spawning our cone. The cone immediately deals damage, so we need to adjust the timer of our message broadcast so we have time to like escape. But then we can see our cone over there. It's kind of waiting for its next use. So it spawns, it immediately deals damage to us. We want it to kind of like linger for a bit. And we might even add like an animation to it. Like that's something I would probably do back in Box Edit, is like make this flash. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but the concept's there. Like it's actually kind of working as intended. There's still a lot of room for improvement though. So as soon as it spawns, deals damage. Then after a delay, it despawns. But where does it despawn? That's the question. So right now we can see it outside the map. And that's because it's currently kind of like spawning on the same the Z axis for you Australians out there. So it's spawning on the Z axis. And, you know, it's spawning relative to our number pads, which are we placed out here on the bottom of the ground. So that's why we added the second respawner, is so that it's respawning on the Y axis as well. And so now let's just see if it spawns on a different, you know, spot in the sky. So it's probably going to spawn somewhere over here. It didn't even despawn that time. Okay, it despawned, but where is it? If we don't see it, that's a good sign. Okay, we see it. So it's over here. So right now, it's spawning on the Z-axis, and that's no good, because we can see it elsewhere on the map. You know what would be nice is we can turn its visibility off and on using other components. So we could try that. However, we would also need to do the same for the number pad that deals damage. So like if I get close to this, it's supposed to like deal damage to me. Yeah, so if I'm close to that and I randomly, you know, like find the invisible triangle in the sky, it's going to damage me. But yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying, you know, breaking this down. It appears we don't need the spawnception. if we're using this new solution. So we're going to go ahead and delete it. Just get it out of the way. That does mean we have to remove that health component from our spawner, though. This one. We can't have that. Can't have that. Yeah, we'll just remove it for now. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I didn't set up a kill message. That's why our Y-axis wasn't working. So that's why we always saw it on the Z plane. So that's important to note, actually. That's very important to note. So we'll have it be respawning at this Y-axis here every once in a while. You got 3 out of 10 because you got lazy. Are you guys talking about the new map? Or, oh, you're talking Meta Dungeon. I somehow got all 10. Just by kind of like goofing around, really. But good luck to you, those of you revisiting. I still haven't revisited Dracula's, but I heard that one's kind of fixed. Okay, so we were talking through new solutions. So we want there to be an invisible triangle, right? So what we can do is there are a couple of functions that can make our asset invisible. So, for example, the void. You can turn on visibility or turn it off. So what we're going to try is having an off visibility on our void that will activate at specific, intervals. So it's going to activate when a message is received. It's going to be the troll.attack that will... Wait, we don't need to customize any of this, actually. So all of this can be kept as is. What we're trying to do is create the visibility. That's the only reason why we're using the void, is for the visibility. So we don't want it to do damage to us. We don't care about that. Instead, we're going to have toggle behavior, because the toggle behavior only affects the one behavior on the asset. So we want it to turn on the void. The void will initially be off, and this is me like testing it. We don't even know if this is going to work. So we want it to turn on this void, right? Ooh, okay. Thinking out loud. Initially, our void will be visible, but the asset itself will be invisible. So what that means is because it has this void component, it makes it visible because that toggle is checked. So what we can do is have it set to turn on visibility. Are you guys following me, or am I just kind of rambling? So it's going to turn on this void when the detect is sent out, and it's going to turn it off after it respawns. Let's play through that? There's no way that's going to work, right? Why am I doubting myself? Because I can. Okay, it spawned. It's visible. It dealt damage. And it despawned. If we see it on the map, that means I failed. If we don't see it, there's a good chance I succeeded. Oh, man. Also, we did kind of fix that Y-axis kind of deal. Okay, so it spawns, deals damage to us. It dealt damage to us. And it despawned. Oh my gosh, guys. That's actually, I did it. I actually did it. In one stream, I made the thing I needed to. That's insane to me. That I did something right. It's working! So we walk up to the troll. Spawns the cone. The cone deals damage to us. Cone despawns in the random location, but it didn't turn off. It's not invisible. It's not working, everybody. It's not working. That was a miscommunication. But it's, you know, almost there. Almost. Nani? Nandiska? Close enough. Right, V. Okay, so it spawned the cone. The cone is likely underground, but still visible. Okay, it's above ground and it's visible. It didn't turn off. So we wanted the visibility to turn off. And that's using the message broadcaster. So there's a chance that this kind of like toggle behavior does not work. Yeah. But interestingly enough, it's when we first spawn in, this is not visible. So I think it does work to an extent. So right here is our invisible void right there. So it's invisible right now. So when it spawns on top of him, it becomes visible. So that's huge. That's big. Our cat's playing with the ball right now. So that is a advancement in technology. However, sometimes it's not working. So like we'll watch this despawn, and if we see it on the map, like it's somewhere here on the map, like over there. So we can see it. So it is invisible at first. It's invisible at first because the toggle behavior is on or off. So that's the current problem. But yeah, you guys, we're making progress. This is a good thing. The message behavior, like we've been seeing the number pad, we're going to hide it underground. So we're just going to put it slightly underground. The radius will be close enough to, you know, our shape. But that way we don't see it. We don't want to see the number pad. But the damage actually works. The damage is working as intended. Our void component. So instead of the detect, let's attempt to have it toggle. So it's going to detect on toggle. Let's see if that works. So right now, if we walk over where we placed it, it detects us. So it detects the player. And it sends out the 10 damage. I have taken 10 damage. But now when we approach our troll, he's going to attack us. It spawns our cone. The cone did damage to us up there at the top. And it's not here anymore, so I'm not receiving random damage. It does appear to be missing, but we also kind of had like a failsafe over on our platform, kind of like respawns. So if we walk up to him, spawns, deals damage to us. We're going to adjust the timing of it. Despawns. We don't see it. This is good news, everyone. Good news, everyone. Hey, Gozo, what's up, dude? How you doing? We're making unseen mechanics in the game maker. So it spawns this thing on the ground, deals damage to us, and it despawns. I think we fixed that. As soon as I say I think we fixed it, it breaks. Oh, there it is. Bummer. But if we get close to it, it's supposed to like toggle the void. Huh. Well, we might pick this up tomorrow. I don't know. So every time that detect message goes out, it's supposed to turn off the void component. The void component has the invisibility. Yeah, all of it for making something hide. Exactly, Little Legion. That's what we're trying to do, is literally just hide this red triangle from being visible. That's like the current problem. So maybe we need to have an activate. So let's add the attack. See if that helps. For testing purposes, I'm actually going to remove, and not literally remove it, but just remove the movement on the y-axis. So that way it's not hiding in the ground. Yeah, Little Legion, I would love a hide. Quest indicators also. Yeah, that's a good point. There's a way to hide until we launch the mission. I can agree with that. I need to remove this number pad. Why is that there? So we have our void here. I just tested it. It works. It's there. It's hidden. The cone itself is invisible. So when we approach him, it turns on our cone. It spawns the cone. And then the cone despawns somewhere else on the map. It shouldn't be invisible. Oh, if it is invisible, that's a good thing. Because we removed the y-axis part. Spawns that cone. Okay, there it is right there. So, if we get close to it, it's detecting us. But it's not turning invisible. That's the problem. We just want that to be invisible. That's all we want. So basically, it like turns itself on, and then it doesn't turn itself off. So maybe we need a new off message to respawn. Right? Well, everyone, thanks for troubleshooting with me. We're probably going to be wrapping up shortly. If our friend Game Dizzy's streaming, we'll throw a raid his way. If not, we can maybe visit a new content creator in the space, or, you know, streamer that could use a little boost, a little raidy raid. But I appreciate everybody stopping and saying hi. It means a lot, so thank you. You get to watch me struggle. Where's Rock? Oh, Bengali, you already used it this stream. Oh, and DJ AJ, I saw your messages. I will read them off stream. The new guy. Little Legion, will you consider streaming at some point? Just curious. Streaming in general, it's a hobby, and you have to keep up with it, especially if you want to grow. Always fun and informative. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. I know I failed a lot today, but we also had some little wins. Little wins. Just, you know, a little bit of a win. No, says Little Legion. Okay, oh wait, I have a gift for Little Legion's reaction.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Thank you for your stream session. Thank you, Bengali. I appreciate you and all your input. Bengali has been such an immense help for my last game, so thank you, Bengali. I know I thank you every time, Bengali, and I will continue to thank you. You don't look great. Little Legion, I think you look great, as is. We all have to stream eventually, says Mr. Winning. Sam fan requirement. Hey, I hope everybody at least tries it. It's a challenge. It's not something that people consider difficult by any means, but there's like this kind of like skill curve that the more you do it, like the better you get. And like you'll be able to roll with the punches, especially when it comes to like tech and software. Like there's a lot of technical problems that happen as you stream. Like yesterday, I was playing my music over Snoop Dogg's like soundtrack, and so I didn't get to enjoy the foreplay of, you know, Snoop Dogg's foreplay. Okay, so our activation for our void, we just now added the troll.cone.respawn. Hobby's gardening. Ryan, that's a fantastic hobby. That is adorable. A spreem? Is that a word, Little Legion? A spreem? I'm just a message away. Anytime. Bengali, you're too kind. Bengali is basically inviting everyone out there to send games his way. He was a professional game tester, so big shout out. Big shout out. Small shout out. Okay, so it spawns our cone. Our cone deals damage and it despawns. What we're trying to do is prevent the cone from being visible. The cone should be on this axis that we're currently on, somewhere in the y-axis, either out there on the map or over there on the other side. I don't see it. That's a good sign. We're going to keep testing it. So it spawns our cone. If we're on the cone, it's going to deal damage to us. Like that. There it is. Okay, the cone respawned and it's still visible. Yeah, Mr. Winning, Snoop can get away with anything. The fact that he's a part of the sandbox is a treat in itself. So here's our cat. We made this the other day. So he chases the ball. Meow. Yeah, our cone here spawns, deals damage to us, after a brief delay despawns, but it's not hiding itself. That's what we're trying to do. And I'm probably going to be at this all day. We'll see. Because when a problem occurs, I don't know, my brain's like always on it. It's just thinking about it. But I really like the idea of having, you know, some more interesting battle mechanics. So I think for like my next game jam, we're gonna have more interesting battle mechanics. I want to, you know, it's a test of skill. Check out new experiences with your kids. Yeah, Ryan, I wouldn't check out Snoop's. It's okay. I talked about this with some people, but yeah, Snoop Dogg and some content, like Sandbox will be unable to put parental controls on. You know, we're on Web 3. Web 3 is open development. You could gate it. And this was kind of like a thought I had, was like you could gate content behind NFTs. Let's say, Sandbox, if you're listening, hear me out. There is an NFT that a parent can buy that prevents any like certain experiences, like on a blacklist, from being playable. So if a parent buys a specific NFT, it's creating a parental lock. So like my kid, for example, couldn't go play Snoop Dogg's Foreplay. So it's like the opposite of what they keep advertising, where it's like you need an NFT to play this experience or this experience. So it's the opposite. You have an NFT that prevents you from playing certain experiences. And so, you know, if you're a 12-year-old child, you're not going to know how to get rid of this NFT. Yeah, Little Legion. I hope Sandbox is listening, because Halfd0rk has half good ideas. Thank you. I thought it was a good idea too. I'm half of a genius. I'm half of a lot of things. Okay, so our toggle behavior here. Yeah, Backward D, it honestly isn't that bad of a thing. And I think gating things is something not every parent needs. But it is something I think would increase the comfort level for a lot of parents letting their child play a game like this. Because, Backward D, I'm sure you'll agree, this is meant to replace Minecraft. It's meant to replace Roblox. So, I don't know. It's like peace of mind for some parents, I would say. It'd be a nice prank. George, that's actually brilliant. That's a hilarious prank idea. Oh my gosh, George. Gangelis, thank you. I didn't consider that. That's hilarious. So like if your friends are like, I'm gonna go play Snoop Dogg's Foreplay, I'm gonna have a great time. It's like, why can't I enter? What? It says I'm parentally locked. So our toggle behavior here, I want this to be invisible. And so at first it is invisible because our void is turned off. Oh, Maddox, of course you want to know the prank idea. Dang it, Maddox. Maddox, you're a prankster, dude. So Gangelis suggested airdropping. So it's like, if we had a parental control NFT, like you would throw that into your friend's wallet. You would just give that to your friend's wallet. I think it's funny. But I also think, you know, these airdrop NFTs would be free and they would be distributed by Sandbox themselves. I would hopefully, you know, they would be free. If Sandbox charges, you know, like too much for something like that, like less kids will be able to play. And again, this is all like theory crafting as well as like a suggestion that I came up with. Okay, so our toggle here, it's not turning it off. I keep revisiting this thought because I want this to work. I really do want this to work. Asset spawner. This might actually work well with our component. So asset spawner might do the same thing. We don't want it to actually spawn anything. And we don't want any collisions. But we do want it to be we want it to be visible when it turns on, but we also want it to turn off. We want it to be receiving troll.cone.respawn. And I think our troll.cone.respawn, we need to find where that message is coming out. Okay, so this is receiving it. And I think... Oh. I think we found our problem here. So troll.cone.respawn. That's the message we're looking for. We need to find where that's coming from. I think it might be coming from this asset. Yeah, so it's sending this message, troll.cone.respawn. And it's sending it to the tag troll.cone.anchor, which is this one. So we can actually make this send a tag when it dies that turns off our cone. Okay, hear me out. We're playing with an idea here. So it'll be troll.cone.respawn. We'll do troll.cone.visibility, because that's the core mechanic we're trying to create here, like a visibility toggle. Visibility. I hope I spelled that right. Visibility. Visibility. And then we want it to be sent to this, and we haven't tagged our actual kind of asset yet. So this is troll.cone. We'll say VFX. So that's the tag we're deciding for that one. I know. Convoluted. I know. It's bad. We just want to kind of line these up a little bit. And this is hidden in the ground, but it's sending that troll.cone.visibility to our troll.cone.graphic. So VFX. And so lastly, we have the off message, which is going to be the visibility. Let's try it. So right now, out of the gate, it's on, which is not a good sign. So when we get close, it's spawning on us. And then after a couple seconds, it despawns. The ball... Did you see that? Okay. Moving on. It does... I don't see our graphic, which is a good sign. Let's find it. Let's respawn it. So as soon as this respawns, it's, damaging me. We're going to adjust the timer. But for now, we're working on the visibility. It has despawned, and we don't see it. That is a good sign. That is a very good sign. Let's try it again. So when it spawns, the player would have like a brief chance to get out of it. We'll probably have like an explosion effect or something. But then it despawns, and we don't see it. Okay, that ball, dude. Okay, I think we're actually making progress again. So it spawns. That appears. After a brief delay, it's going to despawn. Oh my god, every time. Every time. I think the player actually has to be detected. That's why it's not despawning. So like we have to kind of like be in range of it to detect us. Then it'll despawn. Okay, it doesn't work. Oh, jeez. So it's spawning, detects us, damages us, the player, then despawns. Where does it despawn? Over here. So when it despawns, it's supposed to also turn invisible. Ay, ay, ay. Just reading chat. Yeah, everybody's talking about the airdropping and yeah, it does. It's always about you do you. I agree, Sparky. Where it's like, you know, everybody raises their child differently. Parental controls, I don't know. It's kind of like a failsafe. It's like, oh, I'm not there to, you know, prevent my kid from looking at pornography, for example. It's like, that way, the technology is doing it for me. But anyway, that was just an idea I had, and it looks like you guys liked it, and it's spurring conversation, which is always fun. King of Crypto. Is that the code word, King of Crypto? So, it looks like
Hacker man.
Azrael
Man, King of Crypto.
has gone live. Would you guys like to go visit Azrael? We're going to be wrapping up our stream here. Maturity markers. Oh, true, Mr. Winning. I think a lot of us have grown, and I think you grow as a community too. So we're all kind of like sharing information right now, which is always nice. But everyone, we've made progress with our spawner here. The only thing I wish it would do is like turn the visibility off. That's like the current wall that we're hitting, and I don't think we can adjust it. So it's not like turning off at all. But I'm going to keep playing with it offline. Maybe tomorrow you'll see if I've made progress. Thanks, Chelios. I appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day. We're going to be wrapping up the stream now. Get ready for a raid. Make sure you copy some fun emotes. Pick your own.
What the rock?
Well, I can smell it. Nice. So we're wrapping up the stream, everybody. We're going to be raiding Azrael XS1. So we'll go say hi. Thank you, everybody. Rock808, appreciate it. Thanks for streaming. Hey, thanks for watching, Bongali. V just streamed. Thank you. Thank you, V. Sparky. Appreciate the conversation. And yes, discussion is very important. Completely agree. Maddox, have a great day, my friends. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Back with D. Thank you so much. Lula, thank you. George, thanks for stopping in. Gink Ellis, thank you. Ryan. Ryan. Ryan, thank you. Teacher, you're a teacher. And you teach calculus. I remembered, Ryan. Bongali, thanks again. Cold Cuts and Cheese, thank you. Mr. Winning, always a pleasure. Bria, thank you, sir. AKA Eric. Zumzy, have a great day. Nick Skull, thank you so much. Have a good one. Back with D. Appreciate you, my dude. Everybody have a fantastic day. We're raiding Azrael, another streamer in the space. Let's go support him. Say hi, hang out, maybe lurk. King of Crypto, much love, dude. Game Dizzy, if you're around, much love. See you, dudes. Bye, all. Oh, Chelios, I'll check that out. Thanks, Chelios.
He doesn't like cats.